Hello, all you beautiful women out there in website Wonderland. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me and to listen. Not just to me, but my gift to you is to teach you how to listen to your inner self. To quiet your mind enough that you can hear the still small voice speaking from within. What? If that makes you really curious and it doesn't even mean anything to you yet, then by all means, the place for you is Self-Care You. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, who is? I'm here to guide you on this journey in looking inside of yourself, in quieting your mind, in going inside with meditations and with yoga to find your inner truth, to find what drives you. What would you be doing with your life if you could make it up to be perfect? Where would you be succeeding in the best ways possible if you had full control in the driver's seat of your own life? And you do. Are you taking enough time to take care of yourself? Do you even know what that means? Are you suffering from illness, from disease, from fatigue, from lack of self-awareness? Please join us. Please come and join our program with Self-Care You, which is being launched in honor of my 50th birthday. You can see here my family bought me balloons. And balloons because I'm filled with light. Balloons because my life is like helium, because I'm high on life most all of the time. I have had the zchut from the gifts of Hashem to be working for many, many decades as a healer, as a spiritual healer, as an energy healer. Baruch Hashem, I'm trained in a number of methodologies which are effective, safe, easy, gentle, and yet very, very deep and powerful. If you'd like to explore on the website, selfcareyou.org, you can learn a little bit about Psych-K. That's psych as in psychology and K as in kinesiology, just the letter K. And that's a beautiful system about changing your beliefs. It works to the subconscious level and releases the boundaries between our conscious thinking, which is about 3 to 5% of what we think every day, and our subconscious thinking, which is therefore about 95 to 97% of everything that crosses our mind. And our actions mostly come from our subconscious mind. So through that methodology of healing, one-on-one, I have been able to guide many, many, many friends, clients, family out of their stuckness and into their freedom. It is something that can be done at a distance, which is a whole nother conversation and not for this introductory one, but distance healing is something that I will be teaching you about, and muscle testing is also something I will be teaching about. And you can join us and become a member, ask your questions on our forum, listen to our podcasts and our conference calls, and join our programs to learn from our videos. And it's quite remarkable, the path that we are on and the journey that you can please come and join us on. It is amazing when we discover the fact and the truth internally that while prayer is asking of God, meditating is listening for the answer. And if we only have one piece of it, if we're taught to pray and we're told to pray and we take out our prayer book and we say it and we ask for it and we look at it, and ideally really we just need to pray that God, Holy Spirit, the one above, our maker, our creator, gives us what we need and gives us the humility to accept that that's what we need. Not to pray, give me this and give me that and show me this. And no, God, just make me see that your way is what I need. But unless we learn to quiet the mind and really, really slow down, then we don't even hear the answer. And my gift to you, my gift to the world, from my 50th birthday onward, is to take the blessings, take the gifts, take what Hashem has given me and taught me as a healer, and I feel honored and privileged to give it out to you, the wonderful women of the world, out in website Wonderland. I know it doesn't always feel so personal, but I'd like to get to know you. I invite you to join our membership, fill out our membership pages and surveys, and have our conference call. I don't want to call them homeworks, but in between call projects for our extended multi-week program that covers different topics. And we get to know each other that way. And you get to know each other as members in our members-only forum. And together, we will go on a journey. You will set goals, and from your goals, even stretches. That's like, my goal is here, but if I really pushed, I'd be out a little further. So then you have that difference, you have that span, you have that room to play with if you really push for your excellence. And that's where I am your coach, and trained as a coach and a holistic healer with a background after my master's degree in education, after many years, decades teaching in the classroom with the hardest population, which was junior high school, the teenagers. I love the teenagers. And one thing I discovered is that 14-year-olds and 40-year-olds have a lot of the same issues. And I put together a learning program called the Youth Empowerment Series, and wrote a student book and a teacher's manual, and was teaching it in schools and using it in summer workshops with many teens. And it became very clear to me that if we don't handle our adolescents properly, and we don't have enough support and self-introspection and guidance and understanding, then we'll have a midlife crisis. So to avert that, it came to me to really work with teenagers. And from that, I was able to develop meditations to one of the hardest populations to reach. And after that, everything was easy. Now these meditations have been refined, updated, modified, and are available to you on selfcareyou.org. They're available for download as members, and I welcome you to use them to go on journeys with me, for me to carry you on journeys, to take your small self and connect it with your higher self, your godly self. And through the Torah perspective that we're using, we'll be talking about the sefirot and the 5 levels of the soul. And I'll just mention that a little bit here, that we have the lowest level where we're all living on the earth plane with our challenges, called the nefesh. The next level up is the ruach. Then we have the neshama. Very few humans alive, even maybe the greatest tzaddikim, have mastered their level of ruach and are not even the level of neshama. But beyond that, we have chaya and then yechida. And all of that encompasses what is known as our soul. And in this program also, we'll be touching from Jewish, Torah, sacred, Kabbalistic, and Zohar texts to teach you what it means to be in touch with your higher self. And if you look at the S in Self-Care You, you'll see that it's vibrating over the top. And it's vibrating over the top for a reason. Because when you draw your energy from down upward, you just have a beautiful sacred energy that you feel from your higher self. And that can be brought to you through yoga and your inner happiness and your inner listening and quieting your mind and feeling your heart and finding your truth. I am excited, I am honored, I am just completely empowered to bring you on this program. If you're feeling like you're not at your best at 50, come join the yoga program. If you're feeling like you could do better and you need some lifestyle awareness, some eating coaching, like you'd like to be doing more for yourself so that you can take better care of your family, then by all means, this is the place for you. This is the time for us. This is my gift to the world. Baruch Hashem, may I be only a servant of the Holy One to bring you what I can. and to give you what I know, which is all these years of holistic health and all the years of Torah study, and to bring the two together and have you understand, if you're not taking care of yourself, no one's going to. As Hillel said, if I am not for myself, who will be? And if not now, now. When? Just going to wrap up with a few yoga postures for you and show you a couple of things that you can be doing in the morning, in the evening, as I do, at least twice a day. Just some gentle, easy stretches, slowly lowering yourself down in a plank position and sliding yourself up in an upward dog position. Gently on the floor, on the flat tops of your feet, with your knees lifted, rolling over your toes and coming into downward dog. Placing your feet with your toes spread out. Stretching into your heels, pushing downward, elongating your spine. Easily stretching, lifting your foot toward your hands. Bringing your other foot forward, big toes touching, all the toes spread out. If you want to reach your fingers down there and actually spread your toes out, that's always a good activity in yoga. Rounding your back, flattening your back, relaxing into the stretch. Lifting up your left foot and stretching it behind you with your right foot to follow. Plank position, coming down gently, inhaling, upward dog. Knees off the mat, rolling over your feet. Stretching into downward dog again. Down into your heels. Spine raised high toward the ceiling. Tailbone. Lift your left leg. Bring it toward your fingers. Bring your other foot toward your fingers. Big toes touch, all the toes are spread. Chest reaches toward the thighs. Top of the head reaches toward the toes. Nose reaches toward the knees. If you can get your backs of your legs or your ankles, pull yourself further down. Pelvic floor is lifted. Kneecaps are lifted. Breathing is steady, slow, and paced. Come up. Cross your right foot over your left foot. Baby toes are touching with a little space in between the feet. And relax into the stretch. And change sides and feel all the little muscles where you can. Resting, relaxing into the stretch. Feet back together as you step back, plank, lower, down, up, dog, breathe. And down dog as you begin to feel the resting pose of the downward dog. As the arms grow stronger and you can push further into your heels, higher from your tailbone upward, neck can settle further toward your belly button, looking upward.
Widening your shoulders, lifting your pelvis up, pelvic floor up, kneecaps up, heels down, and relax. Relax into the pose and look up, and on the exhale, bring your feet together at the same time if you can, up to your hands. Drop forward and gently sit down. Always good to stretch your extra flesh out to the sides. Bring your toes toward you. Feet come off the floor from the strength of your legs. Bring your arms up and keep your toes towards you. Lean your chest over your thighs toward your knees and pull yourself forward and down. Sit up a little bit, let it go. Put your hands behind you and stretch up. And come at it again. Feel that you're going a little bit further each time. That was 2. Stretch back. If you want to, you can lift up. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. With your slow, steady, deep breathing, you can point your toes if you like. Stretch. Bring one foot toward you with a hand space between your foot and your long leg. Cross a little bit, take your right hand to the outside of your left leg and pull yourself forward. 2 hands, pull yourself forward. Pull so you feel the stretch in your back. Come on up. You can bring your right hand forward, bring your right hand out, palm goes up, pull it behind you. Take your left hand around the back and see if you can grab your hands to one another. And now pull yourself forward. Ankle is off the floor, heel is off the floor, left leg is engaged, pelvic floor is engaged, and stretch and relax. Yes, breathe and relax. Breathing relaxes you. And yoga, once you learn the positions, gets you to a quiet mind. This one is a little bit harder. Your right hand is behind you. Your left hand is going to go around, palm up, twist it around. Right hand is going to grab behind you. And breathe. And rest. Next in the series, to let that go, is to take the foot onto the other side of the long leg, as close to your hip as you can get it, coming toward you. And with your opposite elbow, that would be your right leg and your left arm, put your knee on the outside into the crux of your arm, and pull on it and sit up straight and lean back slightly. The foot is on the left side, but it is the right foot. Keep it flat and bring the knee and thigh toward your chest and breathe. Right hand goes up, comes down behind you. You can move the foot forward just a little bit toward the leg and toward the foot. And your left arm will come to push your right leg, and you can put it on the outside of your knee. Or, after you have some experience, You can take it and go through the hole in the right leg. Put it behind you and catch your right hand behind you. When we do the other side, you'll see what this looks like. Pelvic floor is lifted, shoulders are down. Long leg is engaged, foot can be off the floor. You can stay in this as long as you'd like. We're going to let it go now. Now bring the left foot all the way up to the hip and drop one knee on top of the other knee and lean forward. And breathe and rest. And rest. And rest. Repeat on the other side. Bring the left foot toward the hip. Readjust your seating. Stretch forward. Breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Pelvic floor is lifted, shoulders are relaxed. Kneecap is pulled tight, foot is contracted. Bring the hand around the back. Sit up straight and stretch. And breathe. Now we're going to do the other twist. So the right hand comes behind you, the left hand comes above you. Take it around and catch it and hold it and breathe. Engage the long leg. Keep the spine straight. Keep the left foot pressing into the mat. Keep the right foot coming off the mat. And let go. And relax. Pick up the foot, cross it toward the hip. Opposite arm engages the knee into the crux of the elbow. This arm is not going to do much except to just relax. Sitting up straight, pulling the knee toward you and breathing. Drop the knee on top of the knee, stretch your hands toward your foot, pull your foot toward your head, engage the leg tightly, engage the pelvic floor, and rest and breathe. And someday you'll get to the point, perhaps, like me, where you can just feel like falling asleep here. So pleasant, so restful. The still small voice is the only thought to listen to. Everything else becomes quiet. Twist and turn. Lengthening your spine, pressing your tailbone down, pulling your toes toward you. Switch around to the other side. And if you feel that you'd like to, you can straighten your arm, or you can come through the hole and grab your other wrist and breathe. And let that go. Cross it back. Bring it up. See if you'd like to do the boat pose. We'll do 3 of these. Pull the feet toward you and rest on your hands. That's 1. We'll do it again. cross your feet, pull them toward you, and spend a minute just resting on your hands. And one last time in the boat pose. Pull your feet toward you, coming up, and rest on your hands. Just for fun, let's try one last challenging pose. A nice thing to do when you're waking up, or for me, before I'm going to bed sometimes. Edging the feet toward each other. And let's see if we can get them off the floor. Ah, nice feeling in the stomach muscles. So there you have it, the way to find your inner quiet through some exercise called yoga. Yoga is for body, mind, and spirit. It's for inner balance and outer balance. It's for increasing your awareness by calming your mind and doing things you never even imagined. But please join us. Start little by little. See what you can create for yourself, and I'll be here for you. Thank you so much, and happy birthday to the world. Let every day of your life be lived as if it's your birthday. That's my blessing and my wish for you. Thank you. Honor your inner self. Find your truth.